joining today. So today's practice will focus on creating space and openness across the front of the chest, which can be really helpful, especially because many of us will spend a lot of time working at a computer or looking on phones, other devices. So the front of the chest can get quite short and tight and restricted, and of course that affects many things: our posture, our ability to breathe freely and easily. So that's going to be our focus today. You won't need any props, just your beautiful self. And let's start straight away. We're going to start laying on our side. So let's come and lay on our right side. We'll have our knees bent. So the knees are coming straight out from the hips, and the knees are about 90 degrees. Left knee stacked on right knee. And we'll come and lay down on our right shoulder. Bend your right elbow, interlace your hands behind you. Cup the skull with the hands and just rest the head down here. See if you can feel that the shoulders are about in line with the hips. Okay, and then we'll just take an easy breath or two, just arriving. And on your next inhale, do your best to keep the pelvis steady as you open the top arm, the top elbow up towards the ceiling, and allow yourself to just roll with the arm, elbow opening gently back towards the space behind you. And you won't go all the way to the floor behind you. That's very normal. And on your next exhale, you close back up again. Okay, so let's do a couple more of these. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. And one more. Inhale, opening up. And let's stay here. Exhale. And one more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll close the left elbow back over again. Okay, lovely. Just take your time and we'll roll over to the other side. So you can just roll over now and lay on your left side, knees bent, knees stacked, knees 90 degrees, left elbow bent, interlace the fingers and gently rest again. Take a moment just to feel like everything's in about the right position and space. Shoulders in line with the hips, knees coming straight out from the hips. And when you're ready, let's inhale, open the right elbow. This is just a really lovely way to get into the upper back. Exhale to close. 4 more with your breath. And the next time your right elbow opens up and over, you can stay there. Exhale. And take a lovely, full, juicy inhale here. And then exhale to slowly close all the way back up again. Okay, let's release our top hand, our right hand to the mat. Press the mat away and we'll come up and meet together now on hands and knees, tabletop position. Shoulders over the wrists, hands shoulder width distance, knees hip width distance. And together now let's inhale, roll the sitting bones up to the sky, drape the belly, draw the chest forward, cow pose. And exhale, ripple back through the spine, round the spine into cat pose. 2 more, just like this, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. one more time. Let's inhale forward to cow pose, that lovely little back bend, heart drawing forward. And on the exhale, let's tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take about 3 or 4 breaths here. Just reaching through the arms, listening with the hands to the wisdom, if you like, of earth beneath you. Soles of the feet unfurling, unfolding, sensing into earth too. And then together on our next exhale, we'll walk our feet forward towards the hands, arrive in a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Have the feet about hip width distance apart, just for that lovely sense of stability here. And then we'll inhale, come halfway, but lift the shoulders about the height of the hips and reach the arms back alongside the body. We'll have the palms facing down towards earth. And feel how the fronts of the shoulders, we want the fronts of the shoulders to lift up away from the floor today. Shoulder blades lifting onto the back. And as the palms face down, the fingertips are reaching back towards the back of the mat. And just feel how that feels. Feel how long you feel through the front of the body, how open you feel across the front of the chest, and the support and the strength that you're creating through the back of the body and the upper back. Take another in-breath, and on the out-breath, let's fold forward. And we'll repeat that now with the breath. Inhale, halfway lift, float the arms, fingertips reaching back. Exhale, fold. Twice more, inhale, halfway, fronts of shoulders lifting away from earth. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale, halfway lift, heart draws forward, and exhale, fold. And this time we'll inhale to rise, and if you can, inhale, rise, open the arms out wide to the side and then up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely, let's release the arms a moment. Just notice how you feel. Notice what's present in the body, maybe in the area of the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead again. So you can stay facing as you are towards the top of the mat, that's fine. Turn the palms forward and we'll bend the elbows and come into cactus arms here. Elbows about the height of the shoulders, right? And see if you can imagine that someone who you trust, who cares about you, is just standing behind you with their hands underneath your triceps, trying to push your arm up. And you're resisting with your arms back down into the hands. So you're in cactus with an imagined resistance, pulling down. And see how that feels for you in the upper back, right? We've got that strength and support through the back seam to support the opening in the front. It's really helpful. Okay, and now let's go with the breath, okay? So inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, cactus the arms, pull down. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Okay, a little different now. So take a full breath in. And as you exhale, rotate the arm, the upper arm, so the fingertips start to face forward. And then we'll inhale, rotate the upper arm, palms forward, fingertips to sky. And again, exhale, fingertips forward. Inhale, fingertips to sky. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then one more, inhale, rotating the arms, fingertips to sky. And as you exhale, drop the arms. Relax the shoulders. Just feel into the sensations and the aliveness through the arms, the shoulders, the upper body. So let's play with one more, and this one's got a little bit of a yoga for the brain element, okay? So inhale, arms reach up, palms forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. And now just the right arm, rotate it, fingertips forward. And now turn your gaze, your chin to the right, so you're looking over your right shoulder. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, switch arms and look to the left. Inhale, switch arms, look to the right. Exhale, switch arms, look to the left. Inhale, switch, look to the right. Exhale, switch, look to the left. Keep the arms still. Inhale, turn your gaze to look to the right. And then we keep going. Exhale, switch the arms, look to the left. Inhale, switch the arms, look to the right. Exhale, switch the arms, look to the left. Inhale, switch the arms, look to the right. One more. Exhale, arms switch, look to the left. Inhale, turn your gaze to center, lift the right fingertips to sky. And exhale, drop the arms. Notice how you feel again. Okay, let's take one lovely standing flow now. Inhale, top of the mat, arms reaching wide and up. Exhale, heart forward as you fold. Find that halfway lift again. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen, float the arms. And as you exhale, hands to mat, let's step the right foot back into a crescent lunge. Well, come on up. Reach the arms here. Okay, so same again that we did earlier. Take an inhale, palms face forward. And exhale against imagine resistance. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to cactus. It's like you're doing an imaginary pull-up. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, cactus. And then inhale one more time, reach the arms. And this time exhale, turn the palms away from you. Press the arms back behind you, interlace the fingers. And if that's too intense for you today, then you might just hook the thumbs behind you or reach the arms alongside the body like you did in your halfway lift. So take an in-breath here. Knuckles reaching back and down if the hands are interlaced, and opening across the collarbones and the front of the chest. Another breath. And then let's exhale, release hands to mat and step the back foot forward. Halfway again, inhale, float the arms, palms face down, fingertips reaching back. Exhale, fold. And as you rise, inhale, arms open wide, spread your wings, reach up. Exhale, draw the palms to heart center. Last one, second side, let's go, let's fly. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, dive forward, lead with the heart. Inhale, lift the chest, long spine. Exhale, hands down and left foot steps back. Come up into crescent lunge, arms reaching overhead, strong, steady legs. Sometimes it can take a few breaths to find your balance here. That's normal. Palms forward, and then when you're ready, 3 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale to pull down. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, turn the palms away from you. Press the arms back and down. Interlace the hands. Inhale. Chest lifts. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades towards one another on the upper back. Another breath. And on your next exhale, let's release that, beautiful ones. And this time we'll step back to downward facing dog. From down dog on the in-breath, let's lead with the heart, rock forward to plank. And then as you exhale, heart forward, gaze slightly forward or lower all the way to the mat. So today we're going to be quite specific about the position of the hands. Have the heels of the hands in line with the lower ribs, fingertips in line with the center of the chest. That way, when we press up in a moment, the hands will be in a really nice position for us to take upward facing dog if we choose to take that. So with the hands, the heels of the hands in line with low ribs, squeeze the upper arms in alongside the body. Lift the fronts of the shoulders away from the mat and slide the shoulders down the back. Notice how that feels across the front of the chest and the upper back. And then stay here, but spread the fingers and grip the mat a little bit with the fingertips and create the action of wanting to pull the hands back towards your feet. And notice how when you do that, the heart wants to go forward. So actually there's quite a lot of engagement here happening through the upper back and the backs of the arms. And then as you inhale, lift the chest and the head without putting any weight in the hands to begin with. And you might stay and breathe here, baby cobra. Or you might keep everything but start to press into the hands and lift into cobra pose, elbows bent, shoulders down away from the ears. And then if you want to, you might start to straighten the arms, lift the front of the pelvis and the fronts of the thighs away from the mat. Press into the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Heart drawing forward through the shoulders, whether you're in baby cobra, cobra, or upward dog. And then see if you can be really patient with me, right? Building strength, opening through the front of the chest. Take one more in-breath. And as you exhale, take the whole exhale, bend the elbows, lower thighs, pelvis, torso, and forward, all the way down. Let's bring the hands in front, elbows wide, stack the hands, rest the forehead or one ear on the backs of the hands. And allow yourself to just relax a moment. Wiggle the hips a little if that feels good for you. And then we'll bring the hands. And then together, let's lift the head. Slide the hands alongside the chest. Press to all fours. And let's snuggle back into a child's pose now. So take any variation of child's pose you like. I'm going to keep the knees hip width distance, hips towards the heels. And today I'm going to slide the arms alongside me, alongside the legs, palms facing upwards and forehead toward the mat. And if that's not comfortable for you, you might prefer hands in front, stack the hands, rest the head, or any other variation. So just curling in on ourselves now and doing the opposite of what we've been doing in the practice so far today. Closing up through the front. Turning inward. But also feeling the movement of the breath in the back body and in the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart. And on your next in-breath, gently bring the hands back under the shoulders and we'll slowly rise up. And then just take a moment to find any comfortable seat, sweet ones. And let's just settle in and attune to our posture actually, just to notice what's changed. So just feeling the head above the rib cage, above the pelvis. You might roll the shoulders up and back and down. Shoulders and shoulder blades settling onto the rib cage and the upper back. Encouraging the sense of openness and receptivity through the front of the chest. Soft face. And just notice how you feel now. And this is where I leave you today, beautiful ones. So feel free to take rest. Come and lay back now. Give yourself the gift of rest in Shavasana. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. As always, peace, peace, peace. Thanks for practicing all the way to the end. Every practice I offer is possible thanks to the support of my patrons. So if you'd like to continue to support me as well as access full-length practices, meditations and pranayama, then sign up on Patreon. Thanks.